So this is your Unit 5 review for 6th grade honors. So it says the diagram below shows Seth's budgeted expenses for a trip he is planning. Seth has budgeted $550 for meals during his full trip. What's the total budget of his trip? So since we have the information for meals, we can look up here, and it says that he's budgeted 20% of his budget for meals, which is 20% is $550. So we're given the part and the percentage. What we're trying to do is find the whole. So, the part is $550, but you don't know the whole, but you do know the percent is 20% over 100. So you're going to cross multiply and then divide by 20. And then X will equal $2,750. So his entire trip will cost him $2,750. All right, number 2. A school reporter surveyed a sample of 6th grade boys with their favorite video game. 85% or 170 boys selected Fortnite as a favorite video game. How many boys did the reporter survey? So this is the same idea. We're trying to find the whole. So it gives us the part, which is 170 boys, and you're trying to find out the total number of boys that were surveyed. 170 represents 85%. So you know this is 100%. So you're going to cross multiply. And then divide. And 17,000 divided by 85 comes out to 200. So there's 200 boys surveyed. All right, number 3. A local store is selling 5 bottles of root beer for $5.76. What's the scale factor can be used to calculate the 30 costs of bottles? So this is your first ratio, and what they're doing is trying to figure out what you could do. Basically, how did a 5 get to a 30? What did they increase it by in a scale factor? So a scale factor is representing a multiplication. So 5 goes to a 30 by multiplying by 6. So that means your scale factor is 6. Miss Tiffany is mailing a package that weighs 10.5 pounds. The post office charges by the ounce to mail a package. How much does the package weigh in ounces? Okay, so you can use your star chart to figure out how many ounces are in a pound. And 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces. So my ratio would be 1 over 16 ounces. And since this is pounds on top, 10.5 will go on top because that's pounds as well, and X goes on to the bottom because we're trying to find the number of ounces. So you're going to do 10.5 times 16. And 10.5 times 16 comes out to 168. So it'll be 168 ounces. Number 5, on Monday morning, a school cafeteria served 10 gallons of chocolate milk during breakfast. How many cups are in 10 gallons? Okay, so we're going to use our star chart to figure out our information. So 1 gallon is 4 quarts. 1 quart is 2 pints, and 1 pint is 2 cups. So what we need to do is we need to find out how many cups are in a gallon. So if 1 pint is 2 cups, so that means that 1 quart will be 4 cups. And the reason why is because if 1 quart is 2 pints and 1 pint is 2 cups, so 2 times 2 is 4. And then we're going to do the same thing for gallons. So 1 gallon is 4 quarts. So if 1 quart's 4 cups, 4 times 4 is 16 cups. So 1 gallon is 16 cups. So now we can use this to figure out how many cups are in 10 gallons. So 1 gallon over 16 cups is equal to 10 over X. And so you do 10 times 10 times 16, which is 160. So there's 160 cups in 10 gallons. Okay, number 6. A movie theater marks up the price of soda 5 3/4 times the original cost. Express 5 3/4 as a percent and as a decimal. So 5 3/4. So what we're going to do is we're going to just really focus on the 3/4 or 3/4 and change that to a percent, change that to a decimal. So 3/4 is just 3 quarters, which is 75 cents, or you can divide 4 into 3 and you get 0.75. So that means this decimal will be, well, this mixed fraction will be written as a decimal as 5.75. So now we can change this decimal to a percent by using Dr. Pepper. And since we're at the decimal part, we got to go the right 2 times. So we're going to go 1, 2. So my percent is 575%. All right, number 6. Nuka-Cola manufactures a soft drink made with 0.75% orange juice concentrate. What's a percent expressed as a fraction as a decimal? Okay, so you have 0.75%. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to a decimal. And remember, so Dr. Pepper, so we're at the percentage here. So we got to go the left 2 times to get to the D of decimals. So we're going to go 1, 2. So my decimal will be 0.0075. So now we need to write this as a fraction. So what you can do is you can take this and put it over whatever place this is. So this is the tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths. So it would be 75 over 10,000. And I kind of already know this will be around with a 3 on the top and a 4 on the bottom. Just depends on how many times. So I know I can divide this by 5s, and it keeps getting down, and you'll eventually get down to 3/400ths. And another reason why I knew this so easily too is because I know 0.75 is 3/4. So if I just go out 2 more decimals, that means that this will just be over 400ths. So it'd be 3/400. All right, number 8. For every 12 games the football team won, they lost 5. Write a ratio comparing the games won to the games lost. So they won 12 games, so that'll be on top since that comes first over the 5 games they lost. So it'll be 12/5. You can also type in the computer as 12/5. Or you can do 12:5. All right, number 9. Quinlan has an area of 635 square miles that has a population of 19,050 residents. Find the unit rate. So basically you're trying to figure out how many people are in per square mile. So there's 19,050 residents for 635 square miles. You want to figure out how much 1 square mile is. To find the unit rate, you just divide. So you're going to divide 635 into 19,050. When you do that, you get exactly 30. So there's 30 residents per square mile. All right, number 10. In the grocery store, David filled a bag with gummy worms. The bag of gummy worms weighed 15 ounces and cost $3.50. Write a proportion used to find X, the cost of 10 ounces of the same gummy worms. Okay, so his original ratio is $3.50 for every 15 ounces. He wants to know how much 10 ounces will be. And all we need to do is set up the proportion, which is this. All right. Number 11, a barrel contained 30 gallons of water. Water leaked out of the barrel at a rate of 6 gallons every 5 days. At this rate, how many days will it take for all 30 gallons of water to leak out? So your rate right now is 6 gallons for every 5 days. There's a total of 30 gallons. So X goes on top. So you're going to do 30 times 5, which is 150, is equal to 6X. So now you're going to take 150 and then divide it by 6, and you get 25. So it'll take them 25 days to leak out. Okay, number 12. A window washer cleaned 42 windows in 6 hours. At this rate, how many windows will he clean in 12 hours? So his first rate is 42 windows for 6 hours. He's going to increase it to 12 hours. And a lot of you can already tell that they did 6 times 2 to get to 12. But we can do our cross multiplication, or we can do the simple way of doing 6 times 2 is 12. So what you do to the bottom, you do to the top. So 42 times 2 is 84. So he can clean 84 windows. Now let's say I didn't know that 6 goes into 12 2 times. You can actually just cross multiply. So let me rewrite this same proportion and just show you the other way you can do it. So you can cross multiply and you get 6x. And then you could have done 42 times 12, which is 504. And then divide by 6. And you get x equals 84. So either way is perfectly fine. The cross multiplication way will work 100% of the time. All right. Thank you, guys.